On these sleepy streets, Al Qaeda was formed. The story of how that happened is one of war, CIA meddling, and lawlessness. We went to Peshawar to understand how that happened.
Do you think that bin Laden did 9/11, or do you think it was CIA?
Exactly the same. Nobody recognized.
Wait, what happened?
When the Taliban and American forces fighting, they got like a victim of the crossfire.
So right now we're on the outskirts of Peshawar, which is the frontier city, last city in Pakistan before Afghanistan. And the city is known for a lot of stuff, but one thing that it's kind of notorious for is guns. Lots of guns have come through here. This is where the US armed the Mujahideen to fight the Soviets. And today it's home to underground gun factories, and nearby here, big gun markets. We're going to explore some of that and see what's going on there.
They're making gun from this material, aluminum. Look, this is.
Wow. They make, and here they make different parts of the gun.
100 people working here.
Here in this factory, 100 people.
yeah.
This kid right here is the expert in making the body of the gun.
Yeah.
Can you ask how old is he? 13 years. When did he start? Does he enjoy the business?
Yes.
Yeah. What does he like about it?
They make different kind of pistols.
Assalamu alaikum.
He has been working as a gunsmith for 60 years.
60 years.
And he can make any kind of gun, any kind of pistol by hand. He made this gun. Wow. This is a classic pistol.
So this is a copy of Czech Republic's.
Can anyone come in here and just say, I want this gun, and he'll make it for them?
Yes.
Yes, he can make any kind of gun you bring, even sophisticated. He makes some American, like these sophisticated pistols as well, and also guns, M16, Kalashnikov by hand, AK-47 as well. And you won't be able to recognize the original. For example, this is a copy, and it says like made in Czech Republic. It is exactly the same and works the same, but the price is much cheaper.
Italian Beretta copy here.
Most preferred gun, the most liked gun is the AK-47 Kalashnikov. So it's a very popular because it's very easy and successful gun. Exactly the same, nobody recognized. Anti-aircraft.
Anti-aircraft gun for shooting planes.
Yeah.
Did you say Peshawar is a dangerous place or no?
No, they show
it's very
safety.
safe.
They show more safety here. The land of hospitality.
Do you think the guns, do they make it safer or less safe?
Actually, this is culture.
Keep it just as a culture, you know,
Culture,
for
tradition.
protection, for safety, and also this is like kind of a tradition, you know, of the people.
Yeah.
And it's
Don't travel with the turban and guns. It's culture.
Yeah. Were these guns used to fight the Americans in Afghanistan?
no. This is just for here for defense.
امریکا باندې کې تاسو څنګه امریکا څنګه باندې مشکل نه دی الار مذهب ولا خپل مذهب سره برابر دي و د مذهب ته امریکا چې دا کومه يهودي کتاب ولا ودي ګان کتابین دی و چې نه مني وساجل دا
What the Americans always say is that they were attacked on 9/11.
دا وایي چې دوی وایي چې موږ افغانستان باندې کوم ډول لا چاغې ته دا کړو او بلډینګ دا کړل افغانستان بالکل والا او عرب او ګروپ افغانستان
Why does he think the U.S. attacked Afghanistan?
نو دا دغه خپل مشهور یو خپل لاره ولکه دغه نو پکا په افغانستان له ورته خلاصه کوي چې سمره اسلامي ملکونه دي امریکا ته نه باره نشه.
Can you tell him thank you for? I could tell from the hospitality.
او موږ ولې ته به دا لکه څنګه اسلام موږ بدل لکه سیل نه دي دي پاپ موږ واجب.
Peshawar has a massive black market, including for drugs from Afghanistan and guns made locally. That's where we headed next. To understand this lawlessness, we need to travel back to Christmas Eve in 1979, the day that the Soviets invaded Afghanistan to prop up a communist government. The US responded by spending billions to arm the Mujahideen, or holy warriors. Many such Mujahideen settled in Peshawar, including these ones who we met. How old you guys were when you joined the jihad? Why did you guys decide to join the jihad? Of their friends? Did most of the people go and fight?
More.
نعم شيء جواب.
Religious duty of the religion gave them the permission, and this was a religious motion and religious duty of these people to protect this country, because this was a war against Russia, non-Muslims, and they invaded Afghanistan. They tried to invade and occupy Afghanistan. So for this very reason, they had both religious emotion as well as patriotic.
Now, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe. My friends and I started RocaNews back in 2020 because we are tired of mainstream media spreading fear and bias. We just want to know what the world's actually like, and we're out there telling it on this channel. So please subscribe, and thank you for watching. After 10 years of fierce fighting, the Soviets withdrew. But that was just the start of Afghanistan's wars. A civil war began immediately after and ended with the Taliban seizing power. Then 9/11 happened, the US invaded to overthrow the Taliban, and the 20-year American war began. 40 years of war in Afghanistan sent shockwaves into Peshawar, which suffered hundreds of terror attacks as jihadists turned their guns on rival religious groups and Pakistan's government. In the 2000s, Peshawar became one of the world's most dangerous cities, and many Peshawar residents have personally experienced attacks.
Many people got martyred here,
Like actually here.
just a little bit down, his brother was the mayor of Peshawar, and he got martyred here. So this is his picture. 2007.
2007. Yeah. By who?
Terrorist, like.
Do you feel safe here now? Like, and your brother? Yeah.
Bazuda, he want to invite you for tea, but.
The situation didn't improve until a terrorist attack in 2014 that was so egregious, the Pakistani military had no choice but to crush the militants.
Many children are feared dead in an attack by the Taliban on a military-run school in northern Pakistan. Unconfirmed reports quote the regional interior minister as saying 84 children were killed. Earlier reports spoke of around 20 people dead and some 40 injured. A spokesman for the Pakistani Taliban said what he called its suicide bombers had instructions only to target military personnel. The attack happened in Peshawar, not far from the Afghan border. The Pakistani Taliban are fighting to topple the government and set up a strict Islamic state. Military officials said many students held hostage had been evacuated. One student described how they lay on the floor in an exam hall amid prolonged gunfire. The Taliban said the attack was in revenge for a Pakistani military offensive in June in the North Waziristan region.
Still, 11 years later, terrorism remains an issue. Throughout Afghanistan's wars, people made money by smuggling drugs, guns, and other contraband into Peshawar and trading it in markets like this one. A lot of American military equipment made it in, although we are told all the good stuff was bought by the Chinese.
You can see the market here from here. This is what it was, military. This is army for army.
Army.
It's like 4,000 rupees.
Boom.
This is first aid kit, original American. This is like military. This is for cold.
Finger Lakes Textiles. Made in USA. Gauze.
Original American for military. Not for sale. Ministry of Defense. Defense Logistic Agency. Original American from the leftovers.
Actually have the right to this.
Yeah, we have the right to this.
Because our tax money.
But not
paid
here,
for it.
not in Pakistan.
Funny how they got all the American stuff. They figured out that people like to buy it, and now they have Chinese people just make it for them.
Military, like
Is this vest here, is that like for like a suicide bomber?
No, this is for the magazines.
Oh, magazines. Easily be repurposed for more. So all this stuff is smuggled.
Because in Afghanistan they don't pay taxes, so it comes from other countries.
One popular item in the market was allegedly American Viagra, although when we went, we could only find Chinese knockoffs.
All right, let's see. Okay, I like this one. Keep out of children. Herbal Viagra made by Pfizer. Something tells me that is not that is not the real deal.
The wars in Afghanistan also filled Peshawar with refugees, helping the city's population to quadruple since 1980. Hundreds of thousands of refugees came to live in camps on the city's edges, and after 40 years, they're still there.
So this is a refugee camp.
Yeah, this is an Afghan refugee camp. Most of the people came here when Russia invaded Afghanistan in 1978.
So they've been here for
They've been
40
living here for more than 40 years.
Wait, what happened?
Body bullet, When the Taliban and American forces fighting, and they got like a victim of the crossfire.
What did he think at that time? How old was he when this happened?
He was small, 10 years old. His one brother, he has 2 bullets still, like inside his body as a souvenir from the war. 2 bullets inside his bullet. He has no enough money to take it out.
How many people live in here?
This is the kitchen, oven.
Oven.
This is their kitchen. You can see they don't have no clean drinking water.
Is the security here good? Is it?
Where they have concerns, they don't want to go because their life would be affected. They have to start from zero again.
What'd she say?
You say my photo.
My photo. Huge area. And altogether there's a couple thousand people living in here. It goes all the way out there and all around here. This is his home. How many children does he have?
13 people.
13 people.
Children, yeah.
Can you ask this group of men here if they have, this video will go out to people in America. Can you ask them if they have a message?
And we want to be peaceful. They want to be peaceful and they want to live a simple life.
The war in Afghanistan sent more than refugees to Peshawar. It sent foreign fighters who wanted to fight the Soviets and wealthy Arabs who wanted to support that fight. Among those people were Osama bin Laden and Ayman al-Zawahiri, who established organizations to bring Arab people and money to Pakistan and Afghanistan. So did the US fund them? Under President Reagan, the US channeled money to anti-Soviet groups, Pakistan's dictator Zia-ul-Haq and his spy service, the ISI. Saudi Arabia also offered to match American funds. The result was that Peshawar was flooded with Islamist Arabs, weapons, and Saudi and American money. Peshawar became the base through which the US led the anti-Soviet war in Afghanistan. And in 1988, on these streets, those foreign Arabs changed the world. This is University Town, one of Peshawar's nicest neighborhoods, home to clubs, foreign government offices, and more. It was here that bin Laden and Zawahiri lived, and in 1988, after defeating the Soviets, they decided to take their jihad from the Soviet Union to the rest of the world. To do so, they created an organization, Al Qaeda, meaning the base in Arabic, and their first base was none other than this city, Peshawar. Mainstream historians say there is no evidence the US ever had contact with bin Laden, and US officials say they gave money to the Pakistanis, who then spread it around. Yet many people in Peshawar reject that narrative and believe the CIA intentionally created Al Qaeda.
Do you think that bin Laden did 9/11 or do you think it was CIA?
It was CIA. Because Osama bin Laden was brought by CIA. CIA supported them, CIA gave them fund, CIA gave them tanks, CIA gave them missiles, CIA, everything provided by CIA to the Afghan Mujahideen. And still, Taliban are being exploited by CIA. They are also funding them. Now they are funding them. We have been suffering terrorism. Sometimes they call it Mujahideen. When they have been exploited by America, they say they are Taliban. The same Taliban become terrorists, right?
Yeah.
So it's a game being played by CIA or our intelligence agencies. They are working for one another, and it's the game of dollars, as far as we know.
And everybody here, all these kids are caught in
They
this.
suffer. They are the victims.
We heard similar takes across Pakistan and at the house where bin Laden was killed, which is just a couple hours away.
Basically, I think he was working for America.
Osama kaisa lagta hai aapko?
He's a very great person, brother.
Our trip to Peshawar left us with two main takeaways. One was that the city has come a long way. It's much safer than it was before, and people are extremely hospitable. We have never been to a friendlier city, and our next video will cover all of that. But our second takeaway was that the city's past continues to haunt it. From continued terrorist attacks, to gun factories, the black market, and refugees, Peshawar is yet to escape the many ghosts of its past. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to check out our other ones. We've got some great ones coming up from both the US and Pakistan. You won't want to miss them. Subscribe so you don't.